Hey everyone, my name is Sadie and welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. I'm so glad you're watching this video. So while I did recently talk about some of my Sephora anti-haul products, or products that I wouldn't recommend from Sephora, I did still shop the recent spring sale. So today I'm going to give you a little haul and review on some of the products I picked up both during the sale and also earlier this year. I have mostly makeup products here and a little bit of skincare to talk about. But I did pick up some other skincare products during the sale, but I'll talk about that in an upcoming skincare rotation video. So today is mostly makeup focused. Some of these products I'm really loving, some of these products are going back to Sephora. So without further ado, let's get into this Sephora haul and review. Alright, starting off this video talking about two complexion products by Charlotte Tilbury. The first one is actually the product that I mentioned is going back to Sephora, that I am returning, that I did not love, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. So this has nothing to do with the product, but the packaging of this is kind of really funny. First of all, on the front it says skin looks more radiant by up to 285%. Like, who crunched these numbers? Who's doing these calculations? But to talk about the actual product itself, I will mention that over the past couple of years, my preference when it comes to the base products that I'm wearing has definitely changed. I used to be like a medium coverage foundation wearer every single day, but of course when mask wearing started happening, that foundation wearing went away and I pretty much stopped wearing foundation completely, and now usually on a day-to-day basis I'll just spot conceal with a concealer. So I'm much more picky and have different preferences when it comes to the foundation that I wear. During the sale I was going back and forth between a couple of different choices on which new foundation to pick up. This is ultimately the one I ended up going with. I knew I was looking for something radiant and something that didn't necessarily have a full coverage finish, but something more medium coverage. Immediately off the bat after using this, it very much reminded me of a foundation version of the Hollywood Flawless Filter, which is a product that I really love, but is usually one that I use underneath foundation. So looking at it after I applied it, I immediately didn't love how shiny and almost glittery this looked on my skin. I'll insert some pictures here of me wearing this foundation, but looking at it in certain lightings, I just didn't like the finish it had on my skin. So with the price that it is being over $40, I'm not usually one who will return a lot of products to Sephora, but if it's something this expensive, and especially with it being a foundation, which isn't a product that you can really make work if you don't like it, this is going back. It will be returned. Next product is another Charlotte Tilbury product, and this is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is just in the mini version. Even though this is a mini version, it is still pretty pricey. I think I paid $20 for this finishing spray. While I do like this product, I don't think I necessarily like it any more than some of my drugstore favorite setting sprays. When I bought this, I was looking for something that helped me maintain that more glowy finish and also helped the staying power of my foundation and all of my cream, blush, and bronzer products that I wear. This does the job that it needs to do, but isn't that special of a product necessarily, and I definitely have more affordable things that do the exact same thing as this product pretty much, that are at a much more affordable price than this one. I need to learn this lesson that I've tried to teach myself many times, that when it comes to setting sprays, it's almost never worth it to go high-end for me personally, because I can find what I need at the drugstore. One that I really love is the Wet n Wild, I think it's the Photo Focus primer spray and also setting spray. With that product being so affordable and for me loving it so much, it's not really worth it for me to purchase a high-end setting spray. So while I'll still use this and I won't return this product, this will probably be the last high-end setting spray that I will buy. Okay, now moving on to a couple of cream blush products. I'm a big cream blush fan, I've mentioned many times before. If you're curious on my thoughts on some of my favorite cream blushes, I do have a video ranking all of the cream blushes in my collection. I will say that video is a little outdated now that I have these two new products to talk about. This first one is by Liss Beauty, I think that's how you say it, and this is the Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush. And I have mine in the shade Inspire, which is this nice deep coral, almost terracotta kind of color. color. Definitely that warm kind of color that drew my eye. I tend to like warm orangey tone, peach tone blushes, so this one was right up my alley shade-wise. And formula-wise, I am really loving this cream blush. When it comes to applying cream blush, I kind of go back and forth based on the formula. I'll either rub my finger into the product, dot it all over my cheek, and then spread it out with a brush, or sometimes I will go straight with the brush into the product. And for this product, with it being a little more slick and a little more balm-like, but while also being pretty nicely pigmented, I like to go in with my finger with this, dot it on, and then blend it out with a brush. It's definitely one that blends out without any trouble, and it's one that will not lift up the foundation underneath as you're blending it in. While I know obviously tools and the way that you apply and work the product will make a big effect when it comes to lifting off foundation or base product underneath, the product itself, the cream blush itself, definitely does make a difference in that too, in how well and how easily it blends out on the skin and how the color just kind of sticks and deposits onto your face. I've raved a lot in the past about how much I love the Rare Beauty melting cream blushes and how that has a very thin balm-like consistency, and I think this one has a very similar consistency too. Really loving this, and I can see myself picking up more shades in the future, although I probably don't need to add more cream blushes to my collection. Cream blushes are just definitely one of those things that when a new one is launched, I get excited by it. And this other cream blush product I recently picked up and wanted to mention is by Makeup by Mario, and this is called the Soft Pop Blush Stick. So this is a double-sided stick product. So on one side you'll have your cream blush stick, which like any other cream stick product just kind of rolls up. And then on the other side, there's actually a tool. So it's like a short blending brush, and this brush is super interesting. It's like a flat head stipple brush, except it's at a slight tilt. And also, as you may or may not be able to see, have these like 5 bumps in the middle. It looks like the side of a dice, actually. So I've never seen a brush like this before and was really intrigued and curious about it when I first saw it. But I'm actually really loving this tool to blend out this product and to blend out cream blush in general. I have been going to this product just to use the brush itself. So although it does have a weird shape and look to it, I actually really like how it's been working for me. One thing I will say though is when it comes to stick blushes, I almost don't really know how I'm supposed to apply it to the skin. I feel like I shouldn't really like drag a line across my skin just because the product itself feels a little thick and it feels not slippery enough to the point where I feel like it could just slide across my cheek and I have even coverage wherever I swiped it. I feel like it wouldn't completely smooth on super easily. It has a little bit of drag and a little bit of friction to it. So when I apply this, I actually just kind of dot it in the places that I want blush. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but it's how I prefer to do it to kind of get a more even distribution of color and also to avoid lifting up the product underneath it. For a cream blush for my standards, this is definitely pretty pricey. This is $28 for this product, but the fact that it does come with this tool that I actually really love and have been using not just with this product but with other products too, I think that definitely makes it more worth it. I do kind of wish there was an option to just buy this product with the blush itself rather than including the tool to make it a little more affordable, because $28 is definitely up there in price for a cream blush. I am happy I purchased this product for sure. I like how it works, but stick blushes tend to not be my favorite way of applying a cream blush, and that kind of holds true to this one as well. While I do love the tone and the color of it, and I love the applicator that it comes with, this is probably the only one of this cream blush that I will buy, but I do like it and will definitely continue using it. This is the Tower 28 Save Our Skin Daily Rescue Facial Spray. I bought this product for a very specific reason, and that reason was I was looking for a facial spray or something that I could use throughout the day during like the breaks where I take my mask off. Wearing a mask all day long has not been doing great things for my skin, especially obviously in the area where the mask is covering. So like my chin area, my like upper lip area, my area just like underneath my chin. I have definitely been breaking out more in that area and will just tend to get really red and irritated, especially in the places where the mask is rubbing against my skin. While it is hard to completely avoid some of those effects, this is a spray that highlights the ingredient of hypochlorous acid as an ingredient that is going to help against redness or irritation in the skin or any kind of compromised skin barrier condition like eczema or acne or any super dry patches. So I bought this product to kind of use in those times where I'm taking a mask break and to do something to just help my skin and hopefully reduce the amount of irritation that I'll see at the end of the day. I do think this has been helping that, although there are a couple of things about this product that I think make it less than perfect. First of all is the undeniable scent of this product. If you look at the reviews for this product on Sephora, you'll definitely see a lot of people will mention that it smells like chlorine from a swimming pool, and I think I agree with that undeniably. It definitely smells like that once you spray it on your face. I don't know if that's from the hypochlorous acid itself. There's not much else formulated in this product, so I'm assuming that's where the smell comes from, but I don't really know. It's not a smell that lingers at all, so that's not the biggest issue because the smell will definitely dissipate over time as the product sinks into your skin, so that's not the biggest deal. One thing that I would love from this product too that I wish it was is I wish it was more hydrating or moisturizing. While I do like using it for that ingredient to help reduce with the redness and the irritation that I get from a mask, I do feel like when I use this, my skin is craving something more, especially with having dry skin and around that time of being late afternoon. I feel like my skin can tend to really crave some sort of boost in hydration, and this is not a product that really adds to that in any way. It really is a product that's not meant to hydrate anyways. It does just highlight that star ingredient to help out with irritation and redness, and I do feel like it has been helping that, so I'm glad to have it for that, although I do kind of wish it did a little more. But of course, I do have more dry skin, and not everyone has the same needs or is looking for the same kinds of things, so I would really suggest this if you are someone that struggles with specifically redness and acne, or if you too are seeing that irritation in your skin from your mask. I think this is something that definitely helps. It helps reduce the redness and the look of irritation on my skin at the end of the day when I take my mask off. Now moving on to the product that I have definitely been using and loving the most lately. This is a product by Kaja, and it is the Whipped Dream Multi Eye and Cheek Color. So this is advertised as one of those multi-use products that you can use as color on your eye and your cheek, obviously as the name suggests, but to be honest, I haven't tried to use it on my cheeks yet. I have just been using this on the eyes lately, and I love this product. I've talked about before how I'm a big fan of Rare Beauty's version of this kind of products, their liquid eyeshadow, and I love this even more than that, to be honest. First of all, the color that I have it in, this is in the color Mocha Tart. And when it comes to like one-step eye colors that I feel like can cover my lid and the crease and will be my favorite kind of eye look, this is just the perfect shade for me. They describe it as a brick brown, and now that I'm thinking of the color of a brick, I guess that is an accurate description and is really my favorite kind of eyeshadow tone or eyeshadow color, even though this is not really an eyeshadow technically, but it's my favorite kind of shade to just do like an all-over wash on the lid. The whipped formula of this makes it just go on even smoother, especially when you're applying something like this to the eye area. A liquid eyeshadow can tend to be something that can settle into the creases, and especially a place like your eyelid can be a very creasy, crinkly kind of area. So having it being whipped, I feel like that makes it easier to blend out into that area and makes it not settle into those fine lines. But yeah, those kind of mid-tone, very warm with like a hint of red, kind of brown shades are my go-tos for if I'm looking for just one color to put on the lid and in the crease, or just even sweep on. This is something that I will put all over my lid and will use like a synthetic blending brush to blend both on my eyelid and a little into the crease. And if I want to go a little darker, this also has very buildable color too. So if I want to go a little darker in the crease, I'll just dab a little more on in that area. blends out super easily with that synthetic brush. And when I'm doing makeup in the morning, getting ready, I obviously want things that are super fast, that won't take too much fuss or take too much time to work with. This is definitely one of those products. If you are a person who loves liquid eyeshadows or just wants a product that is super fast to give you a nice solid wash of color, I definitely recommend this one. And last product I wanted to mention today is actually a lip balm, and this is a lip balm by the brand K Skin, and it's a lip balm that contains SPF 30. With us going into the summer and this being a less masked summer for most of us, probably, hopefully, I was looking for something to give some SPF to my lips, since that can tend to be an area that people, and me included, will forget when it comes to SPF. And especially with me having pretty dry lips, that is something that can affect the dryness of my lips too. If they get sunburnt, then they're just horribly chapped for a really long time, and that's never nice to deal with. K Skin is a new brand to Sephora, and this brand was founded by model Winnie Harlow. And this is a brand that came out with 2 sunscreens for the face, along with this product too. I was looking into maybe trying out the 2 sunscreens by this brand too, but from what I saw in just how the product looked online and with some of the reviews that people were giving, it looks like it wasn't advertised as a tinted sunscreen, but it definitely has some sort of tint. And a lot of people were talking about their experiences with it yellowing. While I know not everyone experienced yellowing when it came to this product, it was an interesting thing that I was seeing in some reviews. I'm not a person who tends to go for tinted sunscreens. I like my sunscreens to not have any tint to them at all, so that was definitely the first thing that made me not want to try it out. And of course, it is a sunscreen at Sephora, so I tend to not like sunscreens at Sephora because they're really expensive, and sunscreens are something that you usually go through so quickly, so I don't like to buy expensive sunscreens. The brand looks interesting though, and they do have 2 options of a mineral and a chemical sunscreen when it comes to their facial sunscreens, so that is something that's cool and gives you options based on what you're looking for. But I didn't end up trying their sunscreen, but I have actually really loved this lip balm. It leaves actually a really beautiful shine on the lips when you first apply it. Because of my dry lips, I tend to be really picky with products, and lip glosses can sometimes just emphasize the dryness of my lips, but this is one that gave just a beautiful shine that really looked like a high shine lip gloss, so that was just an extra benefit to this product too. As a lip balm, I think it smooths on super well, keeps my lips nice and hydrated for a couple of hours, which is pretty much what you can expect from most lip balms. And of course, it does contain SPF 30. I know a lot of the times lip balms that contain SPF can be super thick or even have this sort of white sheen to them. I know I've experienced that before, and this does not give that effect whatsoever. I think it's perfect if you're looking for an SPF specifically for your lips, and as just a lip balm to help hydrate and moisturize your lips, I think it's pretty great too. Okay, and with that, that is all of the products that I have recently picked up and have been trying over the past couple of months from Sephora. I did mention I do have a couple skincare products that I didn't mention in this video, but I want more time trying them out before giving a review about them, so that will be coming up soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below in the comments what are some of the products that you have recently tried or maybe picked up in the sale that you have been loving. Leave a like or a comment down below if you feel so inclined. If you haven't already, hit subscribe to stick around. I would so appreciate if you did, and until the next video, I will see you all then. Bye!